بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله العزيز الأكبر، لا راد لما قضاه ولا دافع لما قدر، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed us in a time and place where the prospect of Islam spreading is very high. Although some of you may say and assume that you're talking crazy. But there's probably no better time in our very short history in the US to promote Islam and Islamic values to mainstream. At this point of time, Muslims must learn about their deen, and they must promote their deen in normal conversations. And whenever there's an occasion for them to speak officially or publicly, those of us who are into writing should write, and those of us who are into presenting should present. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has informed us, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرُ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. You are the best of people. You have been brought out for people. لِلنَّاسِ, for people in general. When the Muslims made hijrah to Abyssinia, what is now Ethiopia, they promoted the Islamic values within the mainstream Abyssinian community through their behavior, through their trade, and through normal conversation. They were given asylum, and they were able to worship Allah the way that they worshipped Allah. Afterwards, when the Prophet ﷺ recalled them to Medina, they came back to Medina, most of them. So we see in this example that the role of a Muslim can sometimes be defined in these terms, that we must promote Islamic values. Today, in this culture and in this environment, you have the so-called Me Too movement, where women are coming out and saying they've been abused, which is quite hypocritical and ironic when you come to think about it. But never mind, that's not the issue. The issue is that if we talk about the Muslim values that the Quran gives us in terms of gender relationship, then I dare say most of these issues would be resolved if mainstream applies the behavior and the code of behavior that the Quran presents. قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُمْ ذَلِكَ أَزْكَىٰ لَهُمْ. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say, tell people, when the Quran uses the word qul, to the Prophet ﷺ, it means that you must endorse this as a regular practice, that you must inform believers that they should lower their gaze a little. Then in the next ayah, Allah says, وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ وَيَحْفَظْنَ فُرُوجَهُنَّ. And then tell Muslim women also that they should lower their gazes. So now you look into this environment in corporate America, or in college America, or in your ordinary workplace where you go, and you observe this rule that you're going to lower your gaze. Where in the world will the Me Too movement gain momentum? Because you're not there to flirt. You're not there to reel in women. You are following a prescription that the Quran says is azka, much purer for you, much healthier for you, much better for you. So now in our conversation with the people, we should bring this out. That we have a formula that can help you become better in your society. And that formula is through revelation, is not through anyone's understanding or reasoning. It is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should mention this. And we should mention this openly with pride. That the Quran says, lower your gaze a little. So when Muslim professionals in their workplace observe this rule, then the non-Muslim feminine gender will see Muslims observe this rule. But if Muslims don't observe the rule and they're flirting just to get ahead, or to, as I say, be cool, or to be with the times, and you want to climb the corporate ladder through sexual innuendo, then obviously you'll have the Me Too movement. You'll have people claiming that this person talked to me in this way, and this person touched me in this way, and this person did this to me in this way because of a sexual agenda. The Quran says, nip the bud. Nip it in the bud. That the disease is from the heart. That all of this pervasive behavior that human beings engage in now, obviously now you have Instagram, and you have YouTube, and you have WhatsApp, and you have all of these kind of very, very filthy, vulgar pictures going around in the whole world. Everywhere in the world there's nothing except vulgarity. So on one side you're promoting Hollywood, Bollywood, Lollywood, and the other side you're saying women should not be harmed, or men should not be harmed. You've opened the floodgates of sex, and you're saying that people are being abused. You don't create a problem and then say you want to solve it through this method. The Quran says don't do it. Don't do it in the first place. Lower your gaze. So when you're speaking in the normal world, in your workplace, corporate America, in college America, in the stores, where you engage with the opposite gender, which you have to. You go to the bank, you go to the grocery store, you go to department stores, you go everywhere, you're going to have females everywhere. So what is the prescription? In a non-Muslim environment, in a Muslim environment, a Muslim country, the prescription is slightly different. Here, in a non-Muslim country, this value that the Quran brings to the table, that tell believers, men and women, that they should lower their gaze and protect and preserve their private parts. Don't walk around the earth as if you want to reel in every woman you look at. That you're not only are you flirting, you're ogling. That you want to have all the women in the world because you want to be cool. Having boyfriends and girlfriends, unfortunately, is becoming a norm in the Muslim community. We sit here offering our Salatul Jumu'ah, and I'm saying it's a norm in our community for young men and women to date. That's not how you do Islam. That is not azkar. That's not pure. It's not Puritan. It's not pristine. It doesn't lead to salvation, number one, and it doesn't lead to a healthy community society, number two. There's no barakah in sin. If you commit a sin, there's no barakah, period, other than the fact it's haram. So if we're going to give license to all of these groups in colleges and universities that they may mix and mingle and socialize in the name of Islam, or they want to date because they want to get to know each other, and after they get to know each other, they don't get married anyway. I mean, if dating was the answer to the marital problems, then you must look at the US statistics for divorce. These people date from the age of 11, 12, who knows? God knows, even maybe earlier than that. And what is the divorce rate? If you say it's 30%, then you're conservative. If you say it's 50%, then you might be hitting the mark. So why is every one of two marriages in the US failing if dating is the solution? Stats don't lie. All of you are into risk management. Stats don't lie. So what we're saying here is that when we talk about us as Muslims in this community, in this society, we must bring out the Islamic value of life. This is how we live. The Quran says we must try to live a pure life. Now, that might be impossible, or that might be something far-fetched. It might be in some of your minds and say, okay, this guy is just crazy. He's talking about a Puritan society, which will never happen. We're not saying that. We say that إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and the Prophet ﷺ told us in the Sunnah, that we must try our best. It's not about the results. It's about how our niyyah is, how our intention is. If we don't even have the niyyah anymore to be close to Allah, and to stay away from haram in our usual practices, which obviously we can go on and on. I can go on ranting about all our social engagements where there's mixing and mingling and all of that stuff that happens, and then you say this is a Mubarak wedding. Where's the barakah if there's sin? As I just mentioned, there's no barakah if there's haram going on. This is not the formula for barakah. A Muslim desires barakah in his or her own life. A Muslim is only going to be successful if Allah is pleased with him or her. That's our model. And the Prophet ﷺ, through his behavior, showed the Ummah, and the Sahaba through their behavior, showed the Ummah, and the Anbiya through their behavior, showed the rest of mankind that you can be disciplined in the way you act and interact with the opposite gender. And you should be disciplined. But it's for us to promote that as a civilizational value to everybody we meet. Hey, look, at the workplace now you have rules through the HR in corporate America. You have rules of engagement, and you have policies in every company and every workplace that men and women should not do this and all of this and this and that. It still happens anyway. But the policy is in place. Why? Because this Me Too movement is gaining so much momentum that everybody's now sick and tired of women saying, oh, you talk to me the wrong way, so I'm going to sue you. The Quran says, why start the process? You say what you want because of your business, and you remove your eyes. Take care of your eyes. It's in the eyes where the problem lies. That you're always groping for attention from the opposite sex. This perversion. That whatever you do, you want to be known. You don't want to be rejected by the opposite sex. I'm talking to the young men in this crowd also. Those who go to college and university, those who are young in their corporate jobs. You come for Jumu'ah, you come here to please Allah. When you go to work, you do the same thing. Sexual liberty is not something that Muslims promote, neither in principle, nor in theory, nor in aqidah, and nor in practice. We must be the ones to say this to non-Muslims, that this is our prescription for success for all of mankind. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. All of mankind. تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. You enjoin the good. This is good because it's good. And you forbid the evil. The other way is evil because it's evil. And we are here to represent the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as we represent his deen. So we take pride in the fact that we are able to introduce Islamic values in our conversations. At least start the process. You don't have to be perfect. Some of you may say, well, I'm not perfect. You can't wait until you're perfect to deliver the message. At least in your principles and theories. You think all of these senators and congressmen, they're perfect? But they have policies, and they have theories, and they have an agenda, and they talk the loudest. Likewise, Muslims should not shy away because they think they're not perfect. You can't wait for that moment because that moment will never come in this lifetime. It'll never come. And it shouldn't come because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is perfect. So we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the tawfiq to represent the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our lives. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا
Inshallah, please make your way forward, fill in the gaps. We have people standing in the back. Fill in the gaps, please, quickly, inshallah, so you can accommodate everyone, inshallah. First announcement, inshallah, next Friday, July 27th, we will be hosting Dr. Isam Eidu. He is a visiting scholar at Darul Qasim. Alhamdulillah, very well-known and world-renowned scholar. He will be delivering a lecture after Maghrib Salat. The topic will be Education in the West, Lessons from Surah Baqarah. Please make sure to attend this program and inform your family members. Secondly, on the same day, July 27th, we have a girls' youth program for girls ages 9 through 18. Inshallah, they have outdoor activities and halaqa. The details for this program can be found on the TV screens and also on our website. Please register to participate in the program. Thirdly, as I announced last week, we have AWS Cloud Computing course on July 28th and August 24th. The details and registration are online and on our kiosks. Noor Publication, they're here outside today on the exits. You will see them. They're hosting a program at ICW this weekend. It's called the Revival of Islamic Literacy. Inshallah, please participate in that program, benefit from the guest speakers. Also, Sheikh Amin will be speaking there, and they are also collecting donations on your way out, inshallah. Lastly, MSI is partnering with ICNA Relief in their back to school drive. This is taking place across 34 states over the span of 30 days. School supplies can be dropped off until Saturday, August 4th at MSI. Or you can donate to the Back to School Supply Fund on our kiosk or our website, inshallah. The supply list is available on our website, inshallah. You can take a look at what supplies we are accepting, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى إلى كافة الناس بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا. بارك الله لنا في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. إنه تعالى جواد كريم ملك بر رؤوف رحيم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا كما أمر، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له إدغاما لمن جحد به وكفر، وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله سيد الخلائق والبشر. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: أرحم أمتي بأمتي أبو بكر وأشد في أمر الله عمر، وأحياهم عثمان وأخلاهم علي، والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة، وفاطمة سيدة نساء أهل الجنة. اللهم اغفر لسائر صحابة التابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان، ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا، ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا الصلاة. بسم الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استووا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.